The thing is,
Depends
his
on the type
teammates
of team.
can make those shots. If you look at the way Mavs are currently structured, if you get the ball out of Klay Thompson, will make a shot if you give him all the time in the world. Kyrie, you know everyone knows what Kyrie will do to you. PJ Washington 3-and-D, not bad. This other guy, all these other guys that come off the bench, they will make shots for you.
Adi.
But do you know what will happen if Doncic has 50 points and 2 assists?
Because there are a couple of times this season where it feels like all the other guys are off and Jokic.
It depends on the opposition sometimes. Depends on the opposition sometimes.
Good morning, good people of Lagos and our good people of Nigeria once again. Hope you guys have had a fantastic week. And we are back again, same time, same channel. And then we are bringing you today an entirely different experience than what you're actually used to. And today I have... Last week they said it was the original OG squad, but this is the original OG squad actually. And then today we are actually having a touch of basketball, American football, just touching the American sports brief a lot. And then we are also going to be talking about our regular football. And with me today, I have some very, I don't know how to call them, but OG guys, OG analysts. To my left, I have Ayo. Ayo, how have you been? How's your week been actually?
Fine. It's been great. Looking forward to American football playoffs. So it's.
If I may quickly ask, who are you rooting for?
Of course, now it's the Chiefs because I'm not wearing my jersey today. Don't be confused. It's the
You
Chiefs.
short Texans will not go to the Super Bowl.
Because I'm wearing a Texan jersey. I liked them a while ago, so I have their jersey. Well, the Chiefs have a bye week, so I'm happy about that. Our players get to rest and prepare for whoever decides to fall our way. It's what we call
Texans
an Arrowhead. It's an Arrowhead Invitational.
Texas or Chargers, right?
Oga, wait,
Come to
I'll still
Arrowhead.
introduce you. Let me finish with my Oga here.
Arrowhead Invitational. Everybody's welcome. Please come and enjoy a good spanking. Let's go.
And then I have Eniola by my side. You guys all know Eniola. Come on. The basketball god.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to be here once again. Talking sports with the guys. It's glad to be here.
Guys, who do you have for the Super Bowl? Just
Super Bowl, not really. I'm not really. You know me, American football. I'm just watching everyone. To be honest, I'm here for a good show.
So you're just here for a good time.
Here for a good time. That's all.
And then to my right, I have Dari. Dari, how have you been?
I've been good. Great.
And how's your week been? Who are you tipping for the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl, the Chiefs as well. But I'm hoping for, as Enela said, I'm hoping for a great game. Hoping to see great matchups.
Now, wow.
Anticipating great matchups. So it's fun to.
So is it only me here that is thinking that we will not see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl at all?
I mean, the Chiefs right now are in their game management mode. They're in their Patriots era. It's not. They don't have the best in everything. They don't have the best quarterback at the moment. They don't have the best defense at the moment. They don't have the best offense at the moment. But they are game managing everything, and they know how to. They've been there before. They've done it.
But we have the best coach.
And I also think
one of the best coaches.
I also think they're in a very good spot in terms of standing. Like the team they are going to face before they get to their finals and the Super Bowl.
But the thing with the NFL is even if you have you mentioned they have a bye week. Even with the bye week, I've seen teams come in with a bye week and they lose. So
they get spanked.
They get
but that's the thing. That's where experience comes in.
Exactly.
You've been there, you understand.
They
what you need
have
to
the
do.
points whereby they've been there so many times, so they know either they've had the bye week rest, they've had the situation whereby they've gone from the wild card Sunday, wild card Saturday, all the way to the Super Bowl. I think the last time they had the bye week, it didn't go too well for them. They got all the way to the
that was
to the Bengals.
That was Bengals. There was also one in Tom Brady era. Those ones were different.
So
we're different now.
We'll really dive into it, but let's start with our traditional football, or what we refer to as football. Have you guys seen what's happening in the Premier League recently, and how it seems like from second to ninth, it's so bunched up? 10th, just 10 points that separates. What even is worse is between 4th and 9th, you have only 6 points separating them. So who do you guys think right now would make the top 4? Aside, we all know, maybe Liverpool is kind of on the class of their own, but aside from Liverpool, who else do you think would actually make that top 4?
For me, I think Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, I think Man City can still make their way back into the top 4. I think Nottingham and maybe Bournemouth or Fulham will round up the top 6 for me. That's just how
Newcastle.
So you're thinking Nottingham?
Yeah, Newcastle.
So you're thinking Nottingham will still drop? from third.
Yeah, I feel like Man City are kind of hitting their stride again. They've gone back-to-back wins.
A lot of people might disagree.
They are having a bit more space to prepare for each game, so that can come in handy for them. But I feel like they will make. Yeah, they do. I mean, they can disagree, but to me, there's just too much quality in that team for them to not make the top.
So you're saying Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal,
Chelsea,
Man City. Then
Newcastle, maybe
Nottingham wraps up top six.
Yeah.
What about you, Dari?
For me as well, it's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City as well. But it's going to be tricky because I believe Nottingham Forest, they are going to be there till late in the season as well in the top 4 competition. So I believe they have a chance of making it, and they have a chance of falling off. So it's theirs for the taking actually. So let's see. Then to round them up, I think Newcastle and Aston Villa too.
Aston Villa, that's true. No, everybody seems
personally,
to be
I don't think Arsenal will finish second this season. I think this is
so. There's even a conversation.
So who do you think will finish second?
So who do
Chelsea?
you think will finish second?
You guys will not believe what I'm about to say, but I will
Nottingham
say
Forest.
it. No, it's
Man City.
Man City will finish.
I won't be surprised. I'm
I
surprised.
actually
I'm
love the
I'm a
laughter.
United fan. It pains me to say it.
I actually love that laughter.
What would happen is you've seen patterns and how people are going to struggle this season.
Yeah, and again, the second half of the season.
Second half of the season. We know what Man City does in second half of the season. We've seen it over and over again.
But it's never been this bad for them, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
That's always how it is for them.
No, it's never been this bad.
Yeah, it's
because
never
they're
been this
struggling.
bad.
But guess what? They're going to hit a stride and they have a run of games that will be favorable. All of a sudden, they'll put on 10-game winning streak. Things will change. And I believe the teams above them are going to struggle.
I mean, I see
teams above them are going to struggle.
I see where he's coming from because if you look at it, Man City went like 3 months without a win, like 2 wins in 11 games, then the teams above them were doing.
They were not exactly.
They were not really pulling away from them. Arsenal, I think Arsenal went a month in the same stride without winning. Chelsea too, and Chelsea currently haven't won a game in 4 games, so it's not really like anyone is pulling away. It's only Liverpool that's like pulling away. But if you look at it, if you zoom in on it,
even the Liverpool that we think is pulling away, it's just 6 points between them.
That's what I'm saying, because if they lose to Forest next Thursday,
but you guys are not counting. Like you guys are not counting Forest. You don't think they're going to do it?
I'm not saying Forest won't do it. What I'm saying is
top 4. Like you don't think they can
I don't think Forest can make top 4.
They're in a really good spot right now, like in terms of standing.
So is it because of like it's just for like we just look at and say it's just Forest
now because of all the teams around them not doing what they're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Primarily, if Man City were doing what they were supposed to do, would Forest be in the top 4?
No. But do you think
they'll be in the top 4?
They'll be in the top 4. They'll be like 4th.
They'll be 4th.
They'll be 4th behind Arsenal and
Chelsea. So they're
Chelsea.
Same points with Arsenal.
Same way.
40 points, just goal difference, right?
We say the same way about Chelsea. It's Chelsea doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. They're doing better.
Yes, they're doing better.
Yeah.
Okay, say for example now, if United were doing the way they were supposed to do, when everyone expected them, would not down for it.
just leave us out of this conversation.
No, I'm just saying like,
oh my god, like, as you mentioned Man U, I was just like, stop. Nobody mentioned Man U.
No, hold on. I mean, I'm a fan, so I can mention it. When you look at all these teams in the landscape, each year there's a surprise team. Yes, fantastic. But the reason why a surprise team can come out is because one team in the top 6 is not doing what they're supposed to do. Even if let's even remove United, if Spurs were doing what they're supposed to do, they would make out the top 6 as well.
What is Spurs supposed to do?
Aston Villa did it last year.
Always challenge now.
Aston Villa did it last year.
Let's even talking about Spurs.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Nottingham Forest can do the same as well. Same way as Aston Villa did last
definitely.
year.
But doesn't mean they'll finish in top 4.
Let's even move a bit. Talking about Spurs, do we actually think, because Postecoglou came out to say like in his everywhere he's gone in his second season, he always wins a trophy. And if we're looking at the Carabao Cup right now, they've beaten these guys in the first leg. Do we actually think like Spurs can dispatch Liverpool and probably carry a trophy?
No.
At home?
No.
So nobody at all is banking on Spurs to actually pull the upset.
In the White Hart Lane Stadium, I'll say okay, maybe there's a chance, but they're going to Anfield.
They're going to Anfield. It's going to be tough.
I think they're going to lose. Like Tottenham are going to lose at Anfield.
But you know, like Tottenham always has this thing whereby when they face the big teams, they always have this, like they seem to perform. In as much as they will concede goals, they will score goals.
It's not big teams. It's Man City and Man U.
But think about it.
Arsenal, they always get beat. Liverpool always beat them. Newcastle always beat them. So it's not just big teams. It's just 2 particular teams in Manchester.
So you don't think like
Liverpool didn't play well in that game.
So you don't think like there's any hope? any hope
No,
at all
there's
for,
obviously
for,
there's hope,
for
of course.
Spurs?
There's hope.
You have a goal up,
Definitely.
you have
You
goal
have
up.
goal up.
You're
You
taking
can, but the
one
way
goal
the
into
way
Anfield.
Spurs play, they will concede. That's just how they play. If you're going against a team like, say, maybe an Arsenal with a 1-0 lead, with a 1-goal lead, I'll be like, okay, Arsenal can sit down in a deep block and make it very frustrating for you. But Spurs always want to play the high line. They want to play expansive. Cruzeiro guys coming out.
And I don't believe that the fact that Liverpool didn't score the first leg, and the second leg is like 4 weeks away.
There's enough time.
There's enough time.
There's enough time.
Like,
Enough
Well,
time.
even Angie complained. Even Angie was like, "Why do you have the second leg 4 weeks apart? Like,
I
there's
think
enough
what can
time."
work in Spurs' favor is they will have some players back. No,
Okay.
they have a lot of
They have a
players.
lot.
Yeah,
they
they
have
have
got
a
like
lot of players
Romero. This the other
Yeah,
Van
the
der
entire
Ven,
back
all
Viscario
these
too.
guys.
Starting
Viscario
back
too is
four,
injured.
although,
Their keeper
apart
too.
from Pedro Porro, Udogi injured, Romero injured.
Their
But would that
goalkeeper.
really make a difference?
It will make a difference because those
Especially
guys are
with
key.
Romero.
Those guys,
But
Van de Ven,
do you know?
Those
do you
guys
know,
are key
I believe
to
like
to their style.
in that match against Liverpool, those young guys that played like they played with so much passion. Like
yeah.
They're young now. They don't have to.
yeah,
young.
you get they put
They are
their
young.
foot in. They were like ready to grind.
Because
Everyone was running.
they might not
like,
get that opportunity again, so they need to grab every opportunity.
those big guys
they
coming
have.
back, it might not have the same effect as those young guys because like the experience it might be different. So that's why they might even get a
You
spanking.
do have a point. And then also Liverpool, you mentioned something very interesting. Does it look like Liverpool is now beginning to have a bit of struggle, or is it just a bump that they will quickly get over? What do you guys think?
Well, personally, I don't. We can't tell for
It's
now
just 2 games.
because we haven't seen Slot tested like this. After they lost the game to Nottingham Forest at home, everyone pretty much thought, okay, welcome to the Premier League. Let's see what you're made of. What they do, they went on a crazy run and beat everybody in their sides. Now they've gone 2 games. United gave them a really tough time at home. Then they lost to Spurs away. It can happen in space of how many days? Thursday, Friday, like
It was like 4 days.
it wasn't like Sunday,
Sunday.
Monday, Tuesday, but playing again on Wednesday.
But
So just like 2-3 days. So yeah, let's see.
it's not all that bad. Like
Yeah, I'm
they
saying,
lost,
that's
what I'm saying,
they
it's
lost
not
the
like
first
gone
leg.
the whole month.
They lost the first leg.
Just trying to
They lost the
throw
first
spanner in their
leg.
works.
Agenda.
They lost.
we don't even know if
Like,
that
it's not even-
bad
But,
already.
but let's even
It's
focus
not bad
on,
for them at
let's,
all.
Let's
Like
focus
lost the
on,
first leg
let's
away,
focus on,
1-0 drew. Like
Let's focus on Arnold specifically. Do we actually think like there might be, especially in that United game, he seems like his head wasn't actually there. In short, I think it was this guy, was this United legend that was yabbing him that with the way
I
he
don't-
played, he can't even go to
Tranmere.
Tranmere.
I don't
or
think
something like that.
it wasn't a case of his head wasn't there.
Was it that
he just
he just
couldn't
had an
cope
off
with it.
game?
Yeah, he just couldn't cope with those
They
two guys.
targeted him in that game.
They targeted him. Just couldn't
So-
cope with those 2 guys.
So
wouldn't
technically,
really- I
but
wouldn't
there's
say
been
it's an off
arguments.
game.
There's been arguments that
He just couldn't cope
if
with
you're
those
saying
two
they
guys.
targeted
Like-
him, there's an argument that he has actually greatly improved in his defense this season.
This season.
Then that game exposed him
And it
further.
was Dalot and Fernandez. Come on, Dalot has not been.
No,
the
no,
most
No.
fantastic of
That's-
guys.
That's what you don't understand. Exactly. That's the mistake you.
If
That's
it's to
the
go forward, Dalo does not have any problem.
That's the mistake you make.
Yeah, but
If you look at the runs that Dalot
But
made,
if you look at it,
if you
Dalot
look
has
at the
not
runs
even
that
been
Dalot made,
fantastic.
they were just
That is
passed
my
behind
point.
him now, and
so
Dalot-
how?
you get-
so how were they able to
if you
expose
break
him?
down, if you break down Trent's weakness, right? Trent, when you are running head on at him, has a problem.
yeah, and that's
If
what
you are,
that
if
is.
you
not
are
that
coming at him straight on with full force, trying to, he has a problem running back. But if he has space to defend you, he can continue by nearing you towards the end of the byline, and then Konate comes in to cover for him. But what Dalot did was every time Dalot had the ball, he puts him by the byline
and running
foot race.
left foot straight, like
Straight.
and
That
they
was
were
the
giving
main
him the
issue.
passes, so he was
And
just running behind him.
those were that's not something that means he wasn't in a game. It's just one of his weaknesses that hasn't been exposed too often this season because of the way Liverpool play. What Liverpool do is that they put 4 players in front of you while you're trying to play out from back, so they press you high into making a mistake, and then they counter. But what Manchester United were able to do in that game, if you watch the game back again, Manchester United bypassed that with balls over the top. Okay, we're not going to play out from the back all that well because the league may not be the best with the ball at his feet. We'll just immediately ball gets to Maguire, switch it out to Dalot, continue. If it gets to Onana plays inside the midfield. Fernandez, all these guys win the second balls, and then we continue playing. The only time Manchester United actually play out from the back is when Euro came in, because Euro is better with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
So when they get the ball to Euro, if you notice, when Euro came in, all the attacks are coming from the right side. They moved away from the left side and went straight to the right side. So those are the things that you need to understand with how it was a tactical game that Liverpool were just not up for it.
Another thing
So
is
you're just
Liverpool
saying,
did
like,
not
for
play.
Arnold, it
But
was just an off
you
game.
remember
But
Slot
Liverpool
said
didn't
something.
lose.
Slot
Liverpool
said
didn't lose that
something.
game.
No.
Slot
Liverpool
said-
still didn't lose. So
No,
we're just
Slot
concentrating
said-
on
Slot said
Arnold.
it. When they asked him that question about Arnold, do you think he was?
He said that he couldn't cope with
He
those
said
two.
he couldn't cope because they didn't give him enough support on that side. Remember, they didn't play Soboslai. Soboslai is very key to how they press, how
Pressing
they
in front.
And Jones wasn't really good in
put
that
pressure
game.
on him. Jones's strength is not running back, coming to press on the outside or defending on the outside or supporting the wing backs. That's not his strength. Strength is, we have possession, we're going to keep it, we're going to make things happen in the middle and things like that. They didn't play that way in that game, and that affected them.
Okay.
But they didn't still lose.
They didn't-
That's my
exactly.
point.
No, I'm saying,
Like,
We know
it's
they
not really
didn't
an
lose.
issue as of now. That's why I
Yeah,
said
that's what I'm saying. Not
can't
an issue
really
of
tell.
now.
So
And
we
he
know
played
they
well when he
didn't
came
lose.
on against Tottenham. Did you see him when he came on against Tottenham? Everything started going down right on that right
when
side.
Arnold came on,
through
the
Arnold.
first pass
The
that
first
Arnold
pass.
made, it was like,
So,
damn, like
so you're all
quality.
in agreement that it was basically just an off game.
Yeah,
It was a
it
bad
happens.
game.
It was just targeted. That's just it. Like, it was
Salah
a
didn't play
weakness.
well in that game,
It's not like he-
but he scored the penalty.
Well, he scored penalty. Salah must shall score.
Someone will tell you that's how most of Salah's game usually goes. He won't play well for like 60, but I know that's an agenda, obviously.
Yeah.
He won't play well for 60 minutes and then score a goal and then, yeah, but
And
you know, it's
then
one of those
it's
things.
Salah. Now that we're even talking about championship contenders, let's switch to the NBA. Right, we have we have some teams that nobody could have seen the Cavs doing what they are doing now. So aside from the Cavs, Celtics, and maybe OKC, do we think there are any other championship contenders in the NBA
Don't say
right
maybe
now?
OKC. OKC is dead.
So,
There's a reason I'm saying maybe OKC, but we'll get to that agenda later. But apart from those three guys, do we actually think like there's any other? And are
Yeah.
these guys the actual contenders for this season?
yeah, those guys are the actual contenders for this season. But we actually have other people too that we can look at. We have Denver from the West and New York Knicks from the East as well.
The
But with what Knicks showed yesterday against OKC at MSG, I think I'm just going to remove them off my list right now.
No, but we all say the playoffs, especially in the NBA, the playoffs is a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, but again,
It's still the same. Like,
So the thing with the playoffs is generally is there's always going to be a surprise team. There's always going to be surprise teams on either side. So
Sides.
right now we know the main guys. Houston is going to have a good run. Maybe in the first
Yeah.
round, second round, Houston will play well. OKC will play well.
do you know?
Celtics on their own end.
I think
Cavs, they'll
even these guys, Memphis, you'll be surprised. Memphis are high on
Yeah,
the table.
Oh, yes.
With
they are.
when
They're
Morant
doing
is
well.
playing, they are winning games.
Yeah.
winning
Big
games.
games.
So they're playing really
They are
well.
playing really
they
well.
lost-
It's
they
like
lost-
they are,
you never really
they're like
lost.
fourth. I
But
think
they
they're like
lost
fourth
to
or fifth.
Rockets.
They're like
Which
Rockets is the
is
top team.
the top team at the
Yeah,
moment.
so
Rockets
you
is
get
the top
to,
team.
You get to the playoffs, and all it takes is one particular possession or one luck, injury, anything can
That's,
happen.
injury,
And then you
one injury
catch
and
a
that's
break,
it.
and then you're gone, you're out of sight. I mean, when the Lakers had their season of 0.2% chance of making the playoffs, and they went all the way
we're
to the Western
playing
Conference
final.
Finals. I mean, who would have expected that? Can't really-
I did. No,
So,
but-
so the reason I said maybe to the OKC, if I do think like they would have certain kinds of matchups that would be bad for them. So, for example, if OKC meets a Denver, I
So-
don't think
I don't think-
I don't think they will come out from that.
So
Well-
if OKC meets Denver, right, it's just based on that's where you see.
I think it's
the
just counting on Jokic being
Jokic
unguardable.
being unguardable, Ross maybe trying to hit
So-
on the download, Murray coming out clutch again. So it's just one of those things.
I think if OKC is going to beat Denver, if OKC meets Denver, I don't think OKC is going to. Yes, I don't think, especially if Chet is available. Chet and Einstein are available. Like,
I feel it
Denver,
depends on-
like
I
the
feel
way
it
Denver
depends on-
plays,
I feel it
Well, I
depends
think that's
on-
why
Who
they
never
call-
plays
that's why
right
they
now in
call
the playoffs or
Hartenstein.
like in
That's
the
why they call
playoff.
Hartenstein.
I feel it depends.
I think
on
he never
how they
plays in
match
playoff.
up, right?
So
If you-
Hartenstein
Murray- like,
is
Murray really needs to step, like-
Hartenstein is not a fantastic rim protector. I hope you know this.
you don't
You don't
need
need.
a fantastic
You
rim.
don't
I
need
hope
protector.
you know
That's what I'm
that
saying. You don't need
rebound.
fantastic
Rebound.
protector.
Jokic
You just
would,
need body on
see,
your.
the thing I love
let
with
Jokic
Jokic
go
is
off.
Jokic would expose your weakness.
That's fine. What I'm saying is, if they want to beat OKC, Murray needs to go off, and I'm struggling to see how that's going to happen against OKC.
Let me give you a lineup now. For example, you have Hartenstein, you have Chet, you have Jalen Williams, you have
Dot.
Lou Dort,
Dots.
and Shai. That's enough in terms of length and athleticism to contain what
To contain whatever you want
Denver
to.
will want to do.
They have
Because-
and they have youth and shooting.
It's
Like,
youth and
They,
youth.
no,
that
so
youth and
shooting, no, shooting they don't.
Even no,
They don't.
surprised. I thought
Their
it's tricky.
shooting
Yeah,
is
it's
actually
tricky.
very streaky. And that's another thing I was going to mention. I was having this conversation
But they
with
still shoot
Yola
better than
earlier.
Denver.
Do they?
Yes,
Yeah, they
their
do better than
substitute,
Denver.
like their bench is better than
You know-
Denver's bench.
You know the thing with players is
So,
that
so the thing is, another thing is, so for example, we know Murray has the tendency to turn up if he wants to turn up in the playoffs. We have seen it happen. Even last season when there were few games when Murray was actually Murray. We've seen it happen.
If Murray played like Murray last year, last year
no,
plays off.
he shouldn't play like Murray last year.
He only
But
played like Murray against Lakers.
My challenge
When he
is-
mattered the most against Minnesota, he wasn't there.
My challenge is this: is apart from Shea, and we've seen it even this season happen so many times. Shea has 33 points, 34 points, 35 points, and then
Then-
the next person is giving us 15.
But that doesn't matter because if you
They
watch the way
don't
play,
have a
they have like
consistent
6 other
second guy
players
they can
getting
go
10
to.
and 11 points.
Oga,
sometimes, right, when you have that kind of team, it may not just be the team itself or just how the schemes and patterns are being played. You have Cavs, for example.
Yeah.
Cavs teams currently, last season was Donovan Mitchell scoring 45, 50 points.
50,
The next person,
exactly.
Maybe Garland giving 20, Caris LeVert to give you
And
10,
where did they
15.
go?
They didn't go so far. But
Exactly.
look at Cavs
This
right
season,
now
they're
with the
sharing
same team.
but look at
All
what's
they
going
changed was the
Coach.
coach and the playing patterns.
Okay, so playing
the
patterns and schemes,
Simple.
yes.
So have you seen the stats
So are you
about, have
saying-
you seen the
are
stats
you
about
saying-
Cavs this season? Have you seen one stat?
This is what Mobley is doing.
They have
No, I'm not-
a
This
rotation.
is what
I'm
Garland
all
is
in-
doing.
I'm all in
Yes,
for
now they have like
Cavs.
rotation like
Cavs have an active
I'm
rotation
all-
of 11 players.
I'm all in for Cavs. I'm
over,
actually all
that
in
play
for
over
Cavs.
10 minutes a game. 11 players.
I think they can go all the way to the conference finals. Winning the conference finals is what I am not sure of for the Cavs.
Yeah, but it's a step in the right direction.
And Yola, what do you think?
For the Cavs, I feel like this is the most relevant they've been since LeBron has been there. I feel like, and with the playoffs as always, it's all about your mentality. When you get there, when you're not getting the fouls that you always get.
hope
you're
the
not
lights
getting
are not too bright again.
when the shots that you always get aren't falling the way. I mean, it's just a lot of things. And on that team currently, I would say Donovan Mitchell is their veteran. There's the vet. That's the vet guy that's there. And I don't know about Donovan Mitchell in the brightest moments. He always seems to shy away from when the playoffs come. He doesn't produce as much. Maybe that's when he remembers that he actually needs glasses to actually play. Because people don't even know this about Donovan Mitchell because he's actually blind on the court.
Oh, wow.
He wears prescription glasses.
He wears prescription glasses.
Yeah,
I've
like
seen
on the
off-
court. I said that on the court, you only sees 3 rings. And just shoot. So he's basically shooting off muscle memory. Right, so maybe in the playoffs, he remembers, I actually need glasses. Yeah,
The best memory, you will forget them.
So I feel the way, and also it's a new coach. The new coach hasn't played in an NBA playoff matchup before. He doesn't know what the matchup and scheme, what the coaches are going to bring with their X's and O's yet. So, I mean, it's very interesting to see. But right now, with the way they are playing, the stats and figures will tell you that they are going to win the title because every team that started this way and played this way have won the
always
title.
won the
Or
title.
at least got into the final.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So we need to go on a short break now. Don't change that channel. And when we are back, we are just going to continue with this lovely meal we are already giving you guys this morning. Thank you for staying with us, guys, and we are back. And while we went on a short break, Vema, thank you so much for saying what I've been saying since. And then he mentioned that it is easy to beat OKC. If you can clamp Shea, you should be able to beat them. To be very candid. And to be very candid, like, we also saw that happen even last season during the playoffs. PJ Washington had a good time, at least limiting him, not clamping him, but limiting him.
See in your last piece. See in your last piece.
Eniola wants to
That was,
cook.
No, I'm
that
Eniola
was-
wants to cook.
when,
that was one of the major reasons why they
when
lost
people
last
say-
season.
When people say clamp, limit, the star player of any team is always going to be the star player.
Player.
Unless the guy goes and drops 10 points.
On off night.
Or an off night. You are not really clamp. That's why when people gave Dwight, what's this guy's name? Kawhi Leonard, finals MVP in 2013
13
yeah.
against
Miami.
Miami,
he said,
LeBron.
Stopper. Bro,
Yeah.
LeBron averaged 28, 10, and 8 in that series. He
very
didn't limit
clapping.
anything. So what you did was the rest of the team didn't come up to the plate. You did well in limiting the rest of the team. If you want to stop OKC, if you want to stop
You need to stop
any
the rest
top
of the
team,
team.
leave the star player to do what the star player does. But everybody else, they're not doing anything.
Don't let them eat.
That's
Don't let them
exactly.
eat. That's the key to winning any
But some
championship
people
game.
would look at it the other way as to if you can at least limit or get. For
If your star
example,
player
people
don't play
say-
well.
people say this,
If your
sorry,
star player don't
about
play well
Doncic,
and your
if
team
you're able
plays
to
well.
get the ball out of Doncic's hands and make his teammates make those shots, then you can
teammates-
beat
the thing
Mavs.
is,
Depends
his
on the type
teammates
of team.
can make those shots. If you look at the way Mavs are currently structured, if you get the ball out of Klay Thompson, will make a shot if you give him all the time in the world. You know what everyone knows what Kyrie will do to you. PJ Washington 3-and-D, not bad. This other guy, all these other guys that come off the bench, they will make shots for
Others
you.
are the
But do you know what will happen if Doncic has 50 points and 2 assists? You will lose that game because nobody else is making
And that
any
used to
shots.
happen to Jokic as well.
Exactly.
Anytime he scored high points, his
Like
assist
50.
numbers
Let,
were low.
let him
they
get
would lose those
let him
games.
get
No,
60
but,
points.
but this season it seems like Jokic, even with those high points, is able to drag his teams to win. Like, because there are a couple of times this season where it
It
feels
depends
like
on the-
all the other guys are off and it's Jokic.
It depends on
that's
the opposition
literally
sometimes.
dragging that team.
Depends on the opposition sometimes.
One is opposition.
And it's not
Two,
playoffs.
and then another thing people need to understand is wear and tear. When you do that the entire season, when the playoffs come, okay, you want to drag the team, Abi, oh yeah, now drag,
Do it.
do it.
Ask Jimmy.
That your team will stop.
Ask Jimmy.
Jimmy Butler comes alive in the play. Even Jimmy does. Funny enough, in the playoffs is when Jimmy comes alive.
Yeah, it's what Jimmy
Yes,
calls it,
because
like.
regular season,
Because
he
regular
doesn't do
season,
anything.
Jimmy is coasting.
He doesn't do
Jimmy is just
anything.
coasting.
And he's still
Tyler
great.
Hero.
Playoffs and then
Tyler
you're
Hero.
seeing.
He's great. He's still great. He's still doing what to do. That's what I'm saying. Someone that is
By the
coasting
way,
through the season.
even talking about Jimmy, guys, what do we think about Jimmy's situation right now?
I mean, Jimmy overplayed his hand. That's just what it is.
So I think he should have expected this because
Yeah,
that's
but these guys are track
that's how
record of doing the same
Miami.
thing. Pat Riley does
Pat
that
Riley, that's how it
all the
works.
time.
Pat Riley was never going to
That's-
give him an extension
He's
at
not
that
gonna give an
age.
extension.
the only thing with Pat,
With the
so-
amount that he
But
was
Riley
asking-
said it at the
I
beginning of
think
the
it's-
season.
I think it's the
But Riley
amount
said
he
at
was
the beginning of the
asking
season.
for.
No, but Riley literally said at the beginning of the season, I'm not going to
Definitely.
give you that extension.
Jimmy thought, oh, maybe we had this rapport. I brought you guys back. made you
No,
guys that and
he
all
did
of
it to
that.
LeBron. He did it to
He did it to
D-Wade.
D-Wade.
Like, what was I saying?
I don't know what
And
he
that's what
thought.
Jimmy was expecting.
But then again, I think where the relationship started to deteriorate was
when
when
he shut up and play.
Yeah, when he made that comment last.
Shut up and
playoffs,
play.
And
Give-
then Pirelli was
not
like,
even
"You shouldn't
playing.
have said anything. Just keep quiet."
Yeah, keep quiet.
So that was where
You're not
the
even playing.
issue started from. Because normally, if you were on good terms, Pirelli will probably be able to make you see that, okay, I can't give you this money. I can give you less, and then we can build a team to win a championship. What do you think? But right now, Pirelli is.
Yeah, but there were comments about Jimmy had said something about building a more complete roster,
A
to
more
compete.
competitive roster,
But
yeah.
a more competitive roster. But the fact that they went to China to the playoffs, they got to the final, it probably deceived them that they thought they were good enough to compete, and they were not good enough.
I mean,
They had players that literally overperformed, that outdid themselves.
Yeah,
And
like
then they
Struz
thought-
and Vincent.
Yeah, that's
Those
what-
guys.
that's Struz-
Vincent is in Lakers now.
Yes,
Struz isn't
and he's
doing
struggling.
bad.
It's only Struz that's playing well.
Struz is still playing well.
It's Vincent playing
Do you
well.
know how big Vincent was in those games?
I know about.
Yeah, but is he playing well for Lakers now?
So
Is it
are
the same
we-
person?
So are we
Yes,
saying?
person.
So,
But that's
so
how they
I
always
get-
do
I
for
get-
Lakers.
so I get
Those
where
guys
you are.
overperformed
Do you know what?
at that time.
Do you know what? That's
And then they
how
thought they were good
all
enough.
those guys
But
do
I
for
do- I
Lakers.
do-
If
I
they
kind
were
of
good
agree.
enough, you would not be struggling
So
in the
I kind of
regular
agree
season.
from the point of if your franchise for a period in time has been like struggling, and then I come into the franchise and I'm able to get them on the map again,
Yeah.
then there should be some form of consideration given to me and what I am actually looking
Yeah, but you're
for.
getting paid 55 million. That's consideration. That's good money.
So what I think is, Jim Butler is at how old is Jim Butler?
35.
35.
You're not going to give him that 3 years extension at 40 or 50. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. So, for
like-
example,
So is it the-
that's
is it
where
the
I would
age-
like.
is
I
it
don't
the
think I
age?
would.
So it's the
See,
age.
I don't think I would do that. Like,
when LeBron wanted to play,
But so do we
Jimmy-
think
and Jimmy hasn't
with the
been
way
durable.
so with the
He
way
hasn't
we are
been
seeing
durable.
with the way we are seeing LeBron, with the way we are seeing Steph, with the way we are seeing KD still performing at that top level, do we still think Jimmy still has about 3-4 years?
Jimmy's
in
not
him?
on that level.
Jimmy's not that durable.
No, I didn't say he's
We
at
keep-
that level.
no,
I said,
he-
do we still think he still has like 3-4 years in him?
no, because it wasn't that durable. Like, it wasn't as durable as those guys you just
He's
mentioned.
not as durable.
Even Durant is not.
He's
Even
available.
Durant is not durable. Durant is always available.
Jimmy Butler's
But Durant still
availability
plays
is-
more than
So I'm
Durant.
not saying durable. My question is perform at that level. At the level
So
we are
what
used
I'm
to
saying-
Jimmy
Durability is
performing.
part of
That kind of
playoffs.
money. That kind of
Can
money.
Jimmy still give us that?
That kind of money.
But the thing
Someone that
is,
doesn't perform during the
Look at
season.
if you look at Jimmy as a whole, right? It's not giving you what I can't give you 30 million a year for only playoffs. What if you don't make the
like,
playoffs?
so what if you don't make playoffs?
I can't do.
And they had that issue
it's a
last
bad
year
business
because
decision.
they had like low standings. They had to play through the
they had to play
play,
playing.
struggle,
Which meant
and
that you had to
which
play
meant
more games.
more games.
But
And had to play the top teams too.
Yes.
That's what it meant.
So, but the player treatment, do we think the player treatment is right? You know, he came out, he spoke to Jimmy. He came out, spoke recently, and he's been suspended.
I mean, if you want to, so again, there are some franchises that will allow you talk and do all those things. There are some franchises like, but they won't. Who do you think you are talking to? You know who I am.
We've won this thing in the
Pat
past.
Riley is
with
the Hall of Fame coach. He's a Hall of Fame executive.
executive.
Who is Jimmy? Who is Jimmy
Post-round
Butler?
Hall of Fame coach.
Hall of Fame coach, two-time
So
champion.
we even mentioned three very unique names: LeBron, Durant, and Chef Curry. And then my thinking is, it feels like their teams are struggling a bit, right? What do you think can be done for these franchises to help them still compete for the playoffs, because they are running out of time?
For the Lakers, they need to get another center. We've been saying this since season started, since last season, since AD came to the franchise.
But Lakers
That's
are
what
playing.
Larry thinks.
Yeah.
Larry wants AD to play center.
AD can't play
No,
center.
not
If you want to
not
go-
against Jokic.
He can't play center. So
If you notice the year that we
Oh
won
my
championship, in our first game against Rockets, you needed to play AD at the center because you can't play against a team that plays small ball, against a Warrior, against
but AD is skilled enough to defend at the perimeter and at the interior.
yeah.
So you can. The reason why people want AD to play at the 4 is because of his skill set. He's very good, and his length is
But
crazy.
his jump shot has some suspects. Like I have a lot of reasons.
The reason why for the inconsistency is the consistency because he's playing 4 today. He's playing 5.
Five
He's playing
today.
4. You can't really build
some
up
form of consistency
some
with that.
when
So-
you're
So
playing
you're
4 and
saying,
5 at the same
so
time.
if I'm getting you correctly, Lakers need
They
a
need a
center, yeah.
You need a center.
I
Do
agree.
you
with
agree?
you.
With
There are
the
not a
Yeah, I
lot
agree
of
with
them
that.
around.
So, but
There are not a lot of
do you
good
guys
centers
get-
around.
just get a
So,
big body
do you
in
guys actually
Another
think
big
that
body.
that
If you
would
can get-
actually sort out the Lakers' issues?
But Lakers are
don't
not
think
bad.
so.
Like they're
Personally,
playing
I
well
don't think
now.
so.
If you get
Because I personally don't
they're over
think so.
500
If
team.
you get a Walker Kessler and put in the Lakers right now with AD, you are good.
They're already like this. They're over
You are
500 team.
good. Even you don't even LeBron to perform at maximum level till the playoffs. You are good for the rest of the season.
So
Because of the way they play
my biggest
basketball.
challenge is even up till now, it still seems like the reliance on LeBron.
Yeah, it's great now. What do you I mean, if someone is not good, if
Sir,
someone is not
he
good,
is,
they're not
sir,
good to
he
rely
is,
on
he
now.
is,
What
he
is-
is
to his
40
point.
years
But
old.
to his point,
Wear and tear,
Is
sir.
he playing like
You are
40?
going to the
Is he
playoffs.
playing like he's
And you're like, but the thing is, at some
Oga,
point,
wear and tear. You're going to the playoffs.
I understand what you guys mean.
Exactly.
Right? But look at it this way. For example, did you watch the documentary they did towards off season?
Yeah, I
when when we were saying you're trying to rest LeBron.
Rest
it was
LeBron,
like,
that's
I
like-
hate this. You know
Yeah,
what?
that
but
never.
I understand
Starting
it.
5 now.
But it doesn't. Yeah, 35. It doesn't like. You know
It
the
didn't even
mentality
last.
of a
It
great
didn't
player.
last. It didn't last. That shit didn't last.
It didn't last. The mentality
They
of
wanted
these
to
guys.
limit his playing minutes. Oh my
The guy was on the
god.
bench was like, I can't do this
This
shit.
guy's,
Like,
this guy's mentality is not going to allow him to sit down on the bench and just let
I
him
get
play
so
out.
why I mentioned the over reliance on James is I have a fear that the moment James is in there, then the Lakers are really suspect.
but that's
No,
how
no,
most
they are
teams
going to
are.
play
But that's
well.
how virtually most teams are now. If,
Yes,
if you
but
lose a
then
player that's dropping that
if you
kind
look
of
at if you look at
output,
the team, the way they've been playing in the past month, right? You've seen the emergence of Max Christie. You've seen Austin Reeves,
Reeves is playing really well,
more.
averaging like 20 points.
averaging 20 points.
Well,
Now,
Averaging-
since
he's actually
Russell-
now you guys starting point guard.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Since
they
Russell
have-
left, they've handed him the ball, yeah.
evolved the game.
Larry didn't like
Now
that
you
guy
have
at all.
Whoa.
now you have
D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell.
my
D'Angelo
God.
Russell
Don't-
was D'Lo was suffering
Larry
from
wanted
the
to lose his
defense.
mind.
No, like
D'Lo's problem was
And I don't
one
still think
inconsistent-
Reeves is actually a good one guard.
one guard.
I don't
No,
think
it's very
he is.
it's a very
He's a
good
good
one
one
guard.
guard.
Now with the ball in his
I
hand.
think
His ball in
he's
his hands.
developing
no, normally
to
you
a
develop.
one guard.
You
develop
But
now.
have you seen the way Reeves
he's
plays?
still
You didn't
not.
just come. You didn't just come into the league, but not everybody is LeBron. Everybody is great. Develop your game.
you could develop your
Even
game.
LeBron developed his game.
LeBron
did now.
came in. All LeBron.
LeBron was dominant. LeBron developed his
Dominant
shooting
came in,
game.
Shooting game.
No,
Finished.
but he still
Yeah,
developed.
he was
an aspect of
suspect
his
in his
game
shooting
now,
game.
You
obviously.
develop in the
You
NBA.
develop
No,
something.
Definitely.
He had a
You and
shooting
your,
game.
you and this your LeBron fan love, shout.
No, it's not about
LeBron had a
you have
shooting
20
game.
years of you have 20 years of evidence now.
22 years of greatness.
You let me the first player. You have 20 years of dominance, or 20 years of evidence to play. But in terms of how the Lakers are going to improve, you've seen, even if they don't make the playoffs and they don't go far, I've seen a blueprint for what JJ Redick is trying to do in these young players. There's the development there that we've not had.
I was actually surprised about Max Christie. Like, I gave up on that guy already. But like the way he's playing, he's
yeah,
making
he's very
shots.
The way he has
Too
been
bad.
picking up
Before
now.
the guy could not even
So let's
shoot.
even move away from just the Lakers, but for even the Suns, because Suns
nothing-
Bill
So-
is now coming off the bench.
So the Suns.
So the question is, because the rumors or what they were like, what the analysis were saying is he has a no trade clause.
Yes.
So it's like they are trying to force
Force him out of the team.
out of the team.
Yeah, because you want to make, you want to try
So-
and make way for Jimmy.
But Jimmy Butler.
So do we
He said you
actually-
have
what
money
do we
waiting for Jimmy Butler.
So what do we actually think like the Suns and the Warriors need to do? Because the Warriors are still buying. I remember when they made the move for Schroeder, and I wasn't convinced. I wasn't convinced.
The Warriors at the moment, I don't know what they can do together.
So the Warriors and
I don't know what they can do. Suns.
So-
those ones they are cool.
So the issue with the issue with those Warriors is like when the Warriors first started out this season, when they started out brilliantly, everyone was
they
like,
were very,
this was
very
going to
solid
work
season.
out. You have like bunch of players,
it
you
was just the
playing
start
12
of the season.
players.
Players were still fresh. Where
Do you-
Antia would obviously
To get
accumulate.
the way they play, like you need they need to make a trade if they want to make any impact.
So
Warriors.
let's now do the hypothetical. If you want to make a trade for
Who
the
do you want to?
Warriors,
Yeah. Who do you
who
want?
is the
for-
Marketing.
asset?
that they have that you
Marketing.
What assets?
You want to get
would
Laurie
give for
Marketing?
Marketing?
Yes.
So
But the
who,
thing
are
is,
you,
what
who,
assets
are
do
they,
you
who they want from?
Do away with Wiggins.
Okay, Wiggins.
Do away with
As
Wiggins.
one of their better defenders, actually.
I was going
You,
to bring up the
keep
point of-
Kuminga.
This was
You
actually
can
one
do-
of their better defenders. So why are you
choose
doing
one
away
between
with
choose one
Wiggins?
between Kuminga and Wiggins. Do away with one of them.
You've got to trade
You need to
one.
choose one between
Nobody
Kuminga
will
and
give
Wiggins
any
and
good
do.
player without
Don't
giving
keep those
them
two.
something from
Those
them.
two are not making the impact you're expecting them to
I
make.
can see that.
You need to do away with one of
I can see
them.
his point. You have to.
You have to. No,
Kuminga has been
Any
one on
team
the
that would do a
block.
trade with them would want
One of the two.
You have to do one of the two.
I mean, want to.
But
you
it is
might
not.
want to
It
throw
is
in
not
one of
just
your-
Kuminga.
One of the young
It is not
Podolski.
just
one of the,
Kuminga that will
Jemski
get you
and
Maka.
Trey
Yeah.
Daniels.
It's no, of course.
It's
you
not
gotta
just
add more. You
Kuminga
add
that will
more.
get you
And that's what I'm
Maka.
saying now. Poe, I'm saying that you throw in some draft picks. They have draft picks now.
Put in two players.
Put this Poe. What's the guy's
So-
name?
Pojemski.
So for
Pojemski.
someone like the Warriors now, you just feel they need a player like Maka.
Yeah.
And they are good to
Sounds-
go.
Yeah, they need a big that can space the floor and shoot. They'll be really dangerous.
But for the Suns, I don't know
For
what
the
they
Suns,
want to do.
For the Suns, I don't know. The Suns are
Open heart
suspect.
surgery.
The Suns are
Open heart
suspect.
surgery.
The Suns
They don't have picks.
They don't have picks.
They don't have a. They don't have a future.
So
they
do
don't have a future. They don't have draft picks.
So do you
Their
think? So do you,
centers are
do you
suspects.
think it would be better if they trade away both Durant and Bill
to where?
and just
To
have
where?
Bill? You still have pickers for Durant.
To where?
I don't know, but you
Do you
still
think
have
people are ready
pickers
to
for
drop their
Durant.
draft picks for again for
You will still
Durant?
have
If
pickers
you want
for
to trade,
Durant.
maybe if you want to, the team that would make sense for Durant is right now will most likely be in Miami.
Durant can't leave that Suns. If Durant should leave his son, me especially, he needs to ride that out. What?
Yes.
After
You
what
can't
he
keep-
did in
you
Brooklyn.
can't- you can't. You can't.
Don't
He
make a
needs to
political like.
ride it out.
I don't want to hear all this political about Durant leaving Suns. What? Why? He has Booker and Bill. Like yes, literally, he has Booker.
But we all said it. That Booker and Bill thing was a.
No, we all. Me, I said it.
I said it as well. Like,
Was it?
like you have
was
like
gonna work.
why
Was
you
it cool?
why you signing a player
Was it
like
a disaster?
like you have Booker, you have Booker, you're signing Bill.
I thought the
Between the two of them.
yes now how many people
You have Booker, you're signing Bill. Like
you didn't need that.
Oh my God.
You needed to get
an injury problem.
defenders.
And guess what?
Yes, yes.
They
So
paid him.
big,
They are
so-
paying him more than Durant and Booker.
Yes, they're paying him.
Bill
That's
is.
his contract.
I know. Bill is earning the
It was
most.
because that's what they needed to do to get him away from
Three
Washington.
Ridiculous.
three
Give him a
mid-range
lot.
guys that's well apart from I think Durant can defend a bit, but the other two.
No.
Durant can even play off the ball.
That's the thing.
Durant can
Those
play off the
guys,
ball.
that
Yeah,
was
like
the
he's even
problem.
comfortable playing
You
off the
have-
ball. Like
you have
Durant's ready
three
to
starters
wait.
that
So
are not
let me
very
now
good
ask this question. You mentioned Denver last, so just to wrap up our conversation on the NBA, so we can quickly move to the NFL. So just mention one team, each of you, apart from. Oh, you already mentioned Denver. Apart from OKC, Celtics, and Cavs.
Yeah, Denver
You
for
mentioned
me.
Denver for
Yeah.
you. Who do you think? Don't mention Denver, please. Pick another team. For who
the
can be a championship contender.
Lakers now. What do you mean?
Like that's that. You know,
I beg.
I can argue. I understand your pick,
For me,
and it's a reasonable pick.
I'll still take the Mavs.
The Mavs.
Oh,
I
the
don't
Mavs.
want to hear
Thank you.
Lakers.
So let's quickly rush to the NFL. Though we've already mentioned who we think we're going to be in the Super Bowl. You mentioned Chiefs.
I did mention Chiefs.
He didn't mention
Okay,
Chiefs.
you
So.
are- you
He
just
said
have-
he just wants to.
you
He
just
just
have
wants
to
to
watch-
watch
game.
That's
Watch
what-
a
But
good
what
game.
about you? Say
Chiefs.
Chiefs as
Yeah,
well.
Chiefs as well. I believe in the Chiefs.
Who do you think can be a close second? If we're not picking Chiefs now, who else would you?
In which
You mean
conference?
from the
For
AFC
is
or
it
from the
FCA on the
Super Bowl. Who could win
To
the
win
Super
it.
Bowl? Yes.
Oh, Lions.
Yeah,
And that means it has to be
one-
somebody from the
just
NFC.
one.
Lions.
For me, if it's not the Chiefs, it's somebody from the NFC.
Who would that be?
Lions.
Do you think the Eagles can do it?
I don't know.
So
Probably
I
the
think
Lions because of their style of play.
so. I think
I'm not sure it
I
would
think
be
the Lions is like a better Eagles team when it comes to
They're more creative.
they are more creative. They can create more chances and score. Yeah, so
That's why
that's
for
why I'll
me,
pick the
I would say
Lions over the
yeah.
Eagles
Because
right
if
now.
it's the Eagles, I know what they're going to do.
And yeah, I know what the
And
Eagles are going
for
to
me,
do.
For Chiefs, one of the things we do well is we stop the run. We stop the run. So we're going to limit second back.
And that's why I'm even
So
more.
they have
And
to
that's why
throw-
I'm
so we
confident.
have- Jalen Hurts will
And
have
that's
to
why
throw
I'm
that
confident against
And I'm confident
against
if we make him
the
throw the football.
Baltimore against like if in the finals when Chiefs gets to the finals and they beat whoever we need in Chargers and Texas, you know,
So-
then you get to the final and it fails. It faces whoever wins between Bills and Baltimore. I think
You guys are
Bills.
writing off
See,
Pittsburgh already.
I
But it's
I
well.
want this guy Lamar. I want Lamar to go there because I know Lamar is going to lose. I believe Josh is going to be a tougher challenge for.
So on this,
I believe
hold on.
Josh is going to be a tougher challenge.
On this,
For Mahomes,
for the
for
Chiefs. So on this
You don't agree?
conversation,
earlier this season.
on this conversation, right? We've mentioned 2 or 3 names: Barkley, Josh Allen, and Lamar. Who do you guys think will win MVP?
Remove Barkley because he didn't get the Russian
Russian, yeah.
Yards
record
record.
for Eric
Personally,
Dickerson's record. He's not going to be.
I'll
in
go
the
with
MVP
Lamar,
conversation.
but I won't be upset if they give Josh Allen.
So this season it is Lamar actually. If you want to, between Lamar and
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, but there's this other. It will have been Burrow if his team performed better. Really, yeah. Burrow has better stats than Lamar, and he played better than Lamar.
No, Burrow has more passing yards than Lamar.
Than Lamar.
Doesn't mean that he's better. Lamar.
He has played better than Lamar. Josh Burrow has played
against
better than
their-
Lamar.
if
this
you-
season.
Say for example, if it came down to neck and neck between those two guys, they'll look at how they played when they faced each other, and how they play when they face each other. Who came out on top?
Lamar.
beat him twice.
Lamar, yeah.
That's not the only thing they will look
But
at.
if
They're
you-
gonna
but
look at passing
those
yards,
games-
they're gonna look
But
at
those games-
But it's
touchdowns,
still going
interception
to
ratio.
be.
That's where Lamar is.
That's where Lamar
exceeding.
is-
That touchdown interception ratio,
Better than
passer
Burrow.
rating.
Passer rating.
Passer rating, yeah.
They will look at passing yards too. The reason why I would say is Josh Allen is because people are going to go with the fact that he lost a lot of weapons. Stephon Diggs left.
Yeah.
Gabe
Yeah.
Davis left.
That's the
And
only
he
reason
still-
why
and he
why-
still played
why-
better.
He was
If you
still
look at
able
it-
to perform.
Yeah,
If you look at it as an individual,
individual is Lamar.
Lamar had the best season of his career.
Lamar, I know.
Best season of his career. Touchdown interception ratio. His passer rating
Second in the
is like
NFL history.
second in history in the NFL.
NFL history.
Wait,
Second
guys,
to who? Tom Brady.
I found out something that Lamar
No,
only
Aaron
has.
Rodgers,
I found out
right,
something
sorry.
that Lamar only has 6 touchdowns in the playoff.
Yeah, he hasn't played well
Yeah,
in the
he hasn't
playoffs.
played well.
Wow,
He only has one win in the playoffs.
that's ridiculous.
So we have a we have a
That's
James-
ridiculous.
So wait. Are you guys telling me we have a James Harden in the NFL called Lamar
No,
Jackson?
no.
but that's crazy. No, but like think of
I'm
it.
just pulling your
6
legs.
touchdowns.
I'm just pulling your legs.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
but for a
Before
player like that, 2-time MVP.
so before we
It did happen.
before we wrap up the episode today, so we just have this little game that we want to actually play.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are going to do it and it's going to be focused on the NBA. And then the year we are starting from is from 2005 to this year. Right?
2005.
To this year.
Interesting.
So you will go around, you pick your starting 5, and then we'll let the audience be the judge of who the better starting
Starting
5 is. So we'll just do that quickly.
We'll pick each of our own starting 5.
Yes, each of your
Since
own
2005.
starting 5. Since
From 2005.
Is it
Now,
is
you
it the
can
year that
pick
they
any
entered the
player.
league? The year they
You
entered
can
the league.
pick
Any
any
player
player
from
from
2005
2005 to this point.
Okay.
So let's start with you. Who is your one guard?
My
One guard. Your point guard.
Corey.
Corey. Anela.
My one guard is Chauncey Billups.
Ooh. Yeah?
Rajon Rondo.
Oh, interesting. Shooting.
Oh, I should have picked like, my 2 guards. I want my 2 guards to be.
You can pick you can say Klay Thompson, 2015
No,
Klay Thompson
I
or
don't
something
want-
like that. You know.
I don't want Klay Thompson. So if I pick my one guard as Corey,
My one guard will actually be Kyrie.
no, I don't want Kyrie and Corey as my 2 guard.
Time they go.
We're getting this thing
So I'll pick for my 2 guard. I'll pick Manu and Corey.
Okay. You?
Wade.
Wade. Ooh. You?
Shooting guard, Wade. Yeah, pace.
Yeah, that's actually a really
Said
good one.
2005 now.
Yeah.
Kobe, man.
Kobe. Small forward.
LeBron.
Why did you like that?
Why did you like that?
Hey, bro,
Small forward. This guy don't spoil my.
Kawhi, like I can go with Kawhi.
Yeah, I'll go with Kawhi.
Small forward.
2005.
You can go with Cam.
Let's hurry up, guys.
Anthony, Carmelo.
Yeah, maybe
Carmelo, yeah.
Carmelo. Because I picked Rondo, Kobe. Okay, Carmelo. I'll
4.
take Carmelo.
Who's your
Durant.
Durant.
Jack.
God bless you.
Oh, Dirk. Yeah, Dirk.
Who's your
nice
4?
Eh? My
Your
4.
4, yeah.
You won't be, let me go with the OG. Tim Duncan.
Yes, I was also going to either Dirk or Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan,
Yeah, and your
man.
center,
Jokic.
Jokic.
Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace.
My center, Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard. Okay, guys.
My
Thank
team
you.
is winning. Man.
The team is winning. How?
Stand a
If I-
chance.
I get
Let me tell you
Durant.
something.
You have
I get
D-Wade,
LeBron. I
you
get
have,
Curry.
Chauncey
So,
Billups.
so I do.
Just the mentality.
backcourt.
Just the mentality of my players. Eniola, just the mentality of my players.
So if
Kobe, Rajon Rondo.
so if it's by how balanced the
I am
team,
coming off in 2004.
If it's by
Miami won the championship. 2003.
Should I
Chauncey Billups.
guys,
LeBron, Curry,
it's
Durant,
okay.
and Jokic.
It's okay. If I were to pick, if it's by how
I have
balanced
one of the
the
best
team
defensive players in
is,
history.
I
best-
think
Wallace,
I
I
will
mean,
lean
yes.
towards Eniola's
Then
team.
You're not my team.
Why?
I will lean towards Eniola.
Jack.
That's for another episode. That is for another episode, guys. So guys, that will be all. That
Oh
will
my
be all.
God, Curry.
I don't hear.
That will be all from us today.
Do you know how many chips was already on my team?
Oga,
Don't worry yourself.
After
Instead,
the
get
show.
chips on my
Thank you,
team.
sir. That will be
Voila.
all from us today.
All my players are
Thank you
Champions
so
League
much for
All my
sticking
players are
with
Champions
us
League
and
players.
tuning with
I get
us
Manu.
today. Oga now. Thank you for sticking with us today, and then we'll see you same time next week. Have a lovely week ahead.